balancing creation with your consumption. What's stopping a lot of us from really tapping in and bringing forth the best that we can possibly be and being in tune with our mission is that we have an imbalance within ourselves. If you're a spiritual being, your natural instinct is to create. So if you aren't creating anything, or rather, if you aren't creating anything conducive to yourself spiritually, then you are actually working against yourself. If you are consuming more than you create, then you are working against your nature. Your nature is that to create, right? Because we all come from that which creates. Whether you're into spirituality or if you're in religion, there's this notion of a creator that made you, or something that you are reflected upon, a supernatural entity that is within you. So it's your nature made in the image of a God to create. So what exactly do I mean by consumption? Well, consumption, if you are too busy consuming too much information, or your senses are addicted to, entertainment in whatever form that it comes, whether it be TV, whether it be social media, whether it be news, whatever the case may be, and you're not using your creation properly, then it will be used against you. Because, especially if you're not conscious of what you're consuming as well. Unconscious consumption is like, essentially, it's like eating the wrong foods. So if you are not feeding your creative aspect healthy food, healthy information that will transform you, truthful information that will transform you, then you are not in tune with yourself. You are not in tune with your natural self. Your natural self is meant to create through truth. And that truth, only you can dictate what is the best truth to feed yourself. What is the best type of food to feed yourself, right? But you don't want to be addicted to what's outside of you. I would be lying if I said I didn't enjoy, any form of entertainment. I love video games. There's some TV shows I really like, and I do go to these things and I consume these things to give myself ideas for what I bring back when I write my books, for what I bring back for whatever stories I want to make in the future. And that's how I balance it. I balance it because I've changed my perception of it, rather than using it as what I previously used it as. When I was younger, I used it as a tool for escape. Right? We have to be honest with ourselves and why we consume things so much, and in the way that we consume these things, because a lot of us are lying to ourselves about how we're using what's available to us as entertainment, how we're using what's available to us in day-to-day lives. And that is exactly what those who know how to manipulate your mind want you to use it for. They want you to run to it, to be confiding in it, so that you don't confide in yourself and start creating, in a sense, where you don't need these things anymore. Where you're pulling from something eternal, you're pulling from within. They want you to pull from outside of yourself, so that they can keep feeding you things, and so that you will never think to look within, so to where you become self-sufficient spiritually. If you turn within yourself, you won't need anything outside of yourself to give you the comfort that you need. Because when you die, guess what? Everything that you consume, that you run to here, will not be there to comfort you. The only thing that will be there for you is your true self. And if you didn't learn how to tap into that, if you didn't learn how to connect to that creator within you in your time here, and use it for your benefit, use it for your mission here, then you will have to learn that lesson again. Real talk. So balance the creation and consumption is very, very key in your time here on this planet and whatever you intend to do. And I know that you have it within you, because I have it within me. And there's nothing that I have within me that you don't have within yourself. So think about this. Really start to really examine yourself and examine all the things that you use, all the things that you do when you tell yourself, oh, I don't really have the time to do, these creative things. I don't really have the time, or, and really when you're saying I don't really have the time is you saying I won't make the time, or I won't make space in my life for something. You have to be willing to take these risks. Take these risks, because nothing ever happened to anyone who became successful without a little bit of risk. I promise you that. You have to trust within yourself. So examine yourself, study yourself. This is called know yourself, not know your entertainment, not know the TV, not know the cell phone, right? These are all tools to help guide you, right? They are not, and I repeat, they are not systems that are here for your operation, here for your mission, right? They're not systems that are meant exactly for your own protection. They're just meant to be tools. So think about that the next time that you go to these things. You want to be able to use these things consciously rather than using them so passively. That's the problem. We use everything passively and we're not actually thinking about what we're doing. So start thinking about what you're doing every day. And that's what I gotta say. So peace.